This week's podcast is brought to you by Cutting Edge Lawn Services. Whether you're looking for a spring cleanup or lawn maintenance all summer, Cutting Edge Lawn Services is here for you. One call does it all: mowing, trimming, hedge trimming, and edging. Ben makes your lawn look great. Give him a call or text at 507-829-7235. Cutting Edge Lawn Services in Tracy and Marshall. Call today.
Welcome to another edition of the Headlight Hot Seat. My name is Per. Thank you for joining us this weekend or this week, whenever you're listening. And I am your host for the next 20-25 minutes or so, as long as my guest wants to talk, pretty much. And that guest is a familiar face. It's Jon Wendorff from Wheels Across the Prairie Heritage Center. He joins our Two-Timers Club on the hot seat. There's been a few other two-timers who have joined us. I know that Saturday Night Live keeps this five-timers club about how many hosts, so I thought it'd be fun to kind of keep track as well as multiple guests. And it's a compliment that we're bringing you back. So very cool to have you here, Jon. Thanks for joining us.
You're welcome.
We'll skip the introductions because, like I said, Jon has been here before. And not that he's boring or has no interesting things to say, but I don't think we need to go over that again.
Yeah.
We're going to dive right in instead to the Wheels Across the Prairie Heritage Center. And, you know, we all know it's a very important part of our community. I love where it's at in town or kind of out of town because it welcomes people to Tracy, at least from the west.
Yes.
It's something nice to look at. No offense to the dollar store or Salmon's, but we have some holes to fill out there on the highway right now. It's a staging area for XL on the one side. It's an empty old Dairy Queen building on the other side, which reminds us how much we miss the Dairy Queen building. And it kind of sucks that we don't have that anymore. But that's another podcast for another time. So one thing I'd like to touch on, Jon, as we begin is, you know, you talk about the importance of the campus over there. You seem to be, maybe now more than ever, adding on more than you used to. And maybe I'm just noticing it more because I'm in Tracy more now. But can you talk about the importance of that and, you know, keeping museums from becoming stagnant?
Yeah. I think that it's very important to continue to add on to what you have. And a museum has to change with the times because you don't want to just come in and look at, oh, that's the same old wooden box, groovy, another wooden box, or another glass jar, or a dish. So we're trying to change things out a little bit. We've added the speeder shed, which holds railroad equipment. Our Fairmont car is in there, and the crane. And we are looking for a couple more other items, railroad related, to put in there. Our box car does hold some more tools, which if I could get the door open, I would have them on display as well. But the door has been covered over because it's in rough shape, and that's a project down the road that eventually the board we're gonna have to do something with the whole train unit itself. By getting by moving the buildings from behind the main building to on the other side of the train, I think it's a huge thing when you're either coming from the west or you're coming from the east, and you see all those buildings, and like today you see all the flags flying. I mean, there's 49 flags that are flying today. Well, actually 50 if you include the main one.
I was going to say, why don't you hit 50?
We did hit 50.
Technically, you're 50.
Technically, we're 50 because we have the main flag pole with the monument and stuff. Mm-hmm. I mean, yesterday I was handed a picture of the first president of the VFW Auxiliary. Her name was Bessie Kretschmeyer. And it's the picture is old, and I don't know the date, so I'm going to do a little bit of research and try to figure that out. So it kind of it just keeps revolving, or I don't know if that's the correct word to use, but
Evolving's good too.
yeah.
I think they both work.
Yeah. So, in like last week, we had 214 students come through the museum. The first day was Thursday, and we had 100 fourth graders, and they were all excited because, well, we're not in school, and they're,
Oh yeah, some energy balled up.
yeah, and then on Friday we had the 7th and 8th graders from Tracy High, and that went really good. They were really involved. They asked questions. They wanted to touch things, and I'm like, well,
Yeah, there's the
I'm
double-edged
like,
sword.
I'm like, not if you just look. I mean, that's good, but
It's not a petting zoo.
yeah. I mean, maybe someday we will have a petting zoo. I mean, who
Oh,
knows?
there you go.
Better not let the board know that.
Yeah, well, you said maybe, so I think
Right.
you're in the clear.
Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, to us, it's very important to keep the kids involved. I mean, we did a car show for a couple of years, and then the prize money or the money that was left over went towards the students for band or FFA or whatever, something like that. I still think that it was very important. We have talked about a scholarship before. Nothing's really come to fruition, but I mean, I keep pushing for something because it is important to keep not just students involved in history. Everyone needs to be involved in history, and to get people to come out to the museum and walk around. They're going to notice. Hey, gee, I remember like a threshing machine. Like like guys my dad's age would remember that being working out in the fields and stuff.
But kids have no idea what they are.
No.
Little kids.
The little kids don't have an idea. And I did have an adult come through last year, and she said, if you she goes, you are good at labeling things, but not everything is labeled. And I'm like, yep, I get that. And so towards the end of last year, I started to make more tags and put things out.
Okay.
But there's some things out there that I don't even know what they are. I'm like, okay. And if I asked Boji for the blacksmith, and he's like, gee, you really kind of stumped me, John. I have no clue what that is. So, but
I wonder if Mrs. Ludeman had that problem back in the day.
I think they did.
Yeah.
You know,
It's probably pretty commonplace.
yeah, because there's a couple pieces at least in the agriculture building that I don't think anyone knows what they are. So, but yeah, but we are going to kick it off this weekend. Our hours are 10 to 5, Wednesday through Saturday, and then Sunday is 1 to 5. This weekend is our annual meeting on Sunday. Starts at 1 o'clock. We have a program planned. We're serving St. Mary's pie and ice cream afterwards. We have Jay Gramman coming to talk about silos and ghosts or something like that. There's a couple of flyers around town. It's also on our Facebook page, which our Facebook page is brand new. We had to kill the old one because we didn't know who set it up. So we just killed it and had to start over. So please like and share our Facebook page. And then we have on the 27th of May from 6:30 to 7:30, we have our poster contest winners are going to be celebrated. So all students are invited. It's an open house, so there is no admission fee that day. And our admission fee is 16 and above is $8. Everyone below is now free. So that'll really help a family out, especially with the situation and all that.
So you're officially open this weekend?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yep. Yes.
Well, let's get into, you touched on Sunday a little bit. That's going to be a big day out there because we have some new benches coming out, and they're not ordinary benches, I'm gathering.
Right.
That ceremony is Sunday, as John said. Tell our listeners about this and how it came about, and how are they more than just regular benches.
Okay, all right. The benches come around. We have one that is made out of recycled milk jugs from By the Yard out of Jordan, Minnesota, and we started. The idea came about because there is no place to sit down. I mean, there's a couple benches here and there, and I mean, especially for older people for walking around and looking at stuff, not having a place to sit down is kind of a hindrance. So we started, like, well, the idea of selling a bench came up, and we're like, okay, well, you know what, let's go for it. We so flyers went out to I think everyone around the area, and then what are we at? 42 benches. I think that's where we're at. The benches cost $1,500, and then they come in 6 foot, 5 foot, and 4 foot. The 5 foot and the 4 foot will be Friends of Wheels Cross Prairie Heritage Center, and then the 6 footers were all bought, and they're in memory or in honor of someone.
Okay.
So like the Lions Club and the Eagles and a couple other businesses did that. So so they'll be placed around different spots, different locations of the museum.
How do you decide where to place them? I mean, that's a lot of benches.
It is a lot
which
of
is
benches.
Great, but
Yes.
I'm just wondering,
Yeah.
looking at the campus in my mind right now, we're gonna have some here, some there. You're gonna any strategy behind that?
There's a little bit of strategy. We like the DAR has a bench, and well, the DAR had a tree until this winter. It decided to go down,
Oh,
and so it had to be removed. And so when we were figuring out where to place the benches, there's a flagpole right by the log cabin who is Ebenezer Starr, and that's like the first part of the DAR. That's how they got started,
Okay.
because it's Captain Starr Comfort something, DAR bench, DAR something like that.
no, I get you. Yeah.
So then we were going to put it by their tree, but since the tree is gone, we're like, oh, you know what? Hey, we'll put it by the flag. On Saturday, a couple members who are Daughters of the American Revolution were at their meeting in Slayton and told them that, hey, the tree doesn't exist anymore, but there's Captain Comfort Star flagpole, and they're like, that's perfect. So that's it. So that goes, I mean, it's going by the log cabin, which is historic, and then it's by his flagpole, and so it just kind of all tied together. The other ones, we have Amaret Busy Bees. The Leonard's family bought one. Joyce Greeley bought one. So we kind of picked and choose because those three are all tied to Amaret. The train ones, Brian Ludeman, I think it's going to go up there on the deck because it makes sense because it ties into the railroad and stuff with the family, whatever.
With the Ludemans.
Yes. Yep. And then the rest of them are kind of, like, kind of, the Friends of the Museum ones would be like up front, like on the main porch. A couple of them will be there. And then some are going to go in the pant barn so that there's a place for farmers to sit and talk and
inside.
inside because
That's cool.
we wanted them so there's some seating for the little train, but the little train isn't up yet. But so that's where some of them will go. I think there's enough room to set it on the sidewalk for now, and then once we decide exactly where the train's going to go, then we can adjust them or move them around.
When did this idea get hatched?
This idea got hatched probably
Because I know things like this projects take a long time sometimes.
probably
Really?
like October of last year, I think.
Oh, that's not too long ago.
No. And, well, the letters went out like the 1st of March. and it ended on April 1st. So yeah, it wasn't too long, but yeah. And Leroy Johnson and Elaine Fisher they're like the heads of the bench committee.
Yep.
So,
She's contacted us
yep.
a couple times.
And they've done real good. So
Well, it takes a village to do
Yes.
projects.
Yes.
It takes
Yes,
support, and
it
it takes
does.
money, and it takes all hands on deck,
yes. Yep.
or all hands on bench, as it were.
Right.
Another cool thing we have coming up later this month is a kind of centered around the 250th birthday of our nation. And again, we're getting kids involved. Tell us about this. What is it called? Do you have is there a name for this program yet? Or not? I'm putting you on the spot here, but
I think it's Let Freedom Ring.
okay.
I think that's the theme.
Okay.
Because it ties in with 250th anniversary of the United States, and the poster contest there was let me see, Southwest Arts Council or something like that.
Southwest Minnesota Arts and Humanities Council.
Yes. They had a grant program that you could get a tile, and then each person could paint this tile. And we were like, well, that's kind of, what are we going to end up with? Are we going to end up with a bunch of non-painted tiles, and then what are we going to do? So then Cookie Corman came up with, how about a poster, and let's take it to all 3 schools, and let's let the kids decide, And so Cookie went to each school, talked to the teachers, explained it to the kids, and then they had like a week to do it. And then she went and collected them all. And then myself and Amy Foster and Cookie sat down and went through them. And then we kind of made our decisions. And then we brought in Jesse James and Seth Schmidt to kind of pick the final winners.
Okay.
And it was a little difficult for all of us because there's some really good artists out there.
I know. I saw a couple of them. Tara was scanning them in earlier this week, and I can empathize with you. I saw some of these drawings, and the color and the detail in some of them is
Yes.
incredible. It's kind of like the Lions Peace Poster Contest.
Yes. Yep.
It's fun to get the kids involved, and sometimes they really do blow you away with what they can do.
Yes. Yep.
And when is that again?
May 27th,
What time?
6:30 to 7:30.
So are you going to have kind of a program with that, or is it just going to be people can come in and look at the display?
I think there's going to be I think Cookie's got a program planned because the kids are getting a cash prize,
Okay.
and Lingen Dairy is going to be there with shakes.
That's enough to draw people right
Yes.
there. Where is this going to be?
In the main barn.
Main barn?
Yeah.
Super excited about that.
Yes.
It's one thing I'm really looking forward to covering. And it's going to be a great day. We're going to have good weather. I already talked to Mother Nature about it.
Okay.
She agrees. Yes, I'll even dial down the wind meter a little bit. She said
That'd be
so.
great.
That'd be the first time this spring.
Yep.
Actually. And of course, when you have a program like this coming up, an event, you want the campus to look as impeccable as possible and very
Yes.
nice.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
thanks to the Tracy Area FFA and Elizabeth over there, it's on its way. I mean, beautification is a big part of
Yes.
any museum, and it's spring, so that means it's spring cleaning time.
Right.
literally.
Yes. Yep.
It's nice when the snow melts, but it always kind of reveals
Yeah. Yes.
some.
Yeah.
I don't want to know
Yeah.
the word for it. Just
Yeah.
refuse and crap
Yes.
and leaves, and
Yes. Yes.
we got to clean things up.
Yep.
Talk about that a little bit and how
Okay.
appreciative you are of having all those free labor.
Yes. That having the FFA kids come out was a huge help to us because otherwise it'd be all board members on hand and we'd be on our hands and knees crawling around trying to plant plants and haul mulch, which I mean, we'd still be hauling mulch because the pile was huge and I'm like, we're never going to get rid of this.
Yeah, that
But
was Saturday.
Yes.
And now we're here. And
Yes.
it would
So,
be a
yes.
long time.
And I can't tell you how many Carl Foster grass chunks were put in the ground. I mean, there has to be over 50 or probably 60 of them. Connie Anderson would be able to give us the correct amount. And then she sewed Black-Eyed Susans in front, so they'll be right next to the sidewalk. And then the kids hauled mulch and put on top of that. That was a huge help, and we are so appreciative of every time someone comes out and helps volunteer.
Yeah.
Especially kids, because it gives them the opportunity to see that volunteering is a good thing for everyone, no matter what your age is.
And they have some ownership
Yes.
now.
Yes.
That's huge for the
Yes.
kids.
Yes, because they're going to be able to watch it grow from day one to, the end of the summer. What is it going to look like?
Yeah.
And there's some more plantings that are going to happen down the road. And then also on Saturday we had the Amaret Busy Bees Club came, and they actually cleaned in 2 buildings for us, which is huge. They normally come twice a year. They come in the spring to help us get ready for the season, and then they come in the fall to help us put things away, which again brings in more young kids, and it gets more kids involved.
Is this time of year more stress or more excitement for you, John? Or column A type thing?
A little bit of everything. I mean, normally Mondays and Tuesdays are my days off, and I don't know when the last day. I was going to take the today off, but I have done a couple things at the museum already today. But I don't. And to me, my head is like, you need to be out there late at night working on signage, and you need to do this, and you need to do that. And we've already have had guests this past week. They came in on Sunday. We had 4 adults come in and 3 children. So it's kind of exciting because you get to see, what their expression is. Like, hey, our speeder shed is brand new. Yeah. Please tell me what you think. And they all come back in and said, your place is, the campus is amazing. It's immaculate. The grass is, trimmed to the T, and that's thanks to Mr. Boji, because he's on that lawnmower and he's
More than his truck.
Yes.
It's a good stress. Let's call it a good stress. I think
It's a good stress.
Use
Yes.
stress is the word I think I learned a long time ago.
Yep.
And finally, let's wrap up with another program you guys coming up. You're going to be busy over the next few weeks.
Yes.
A Civil War presentation.
Yeah. The Civil War presentation, there are 2 speakers, Stephen Osmond and Joseph Fitzharris. And Stephen Osmond actually has a great-grandfather who farmed north of Tracy, and he wants to check out where that is.
Oh.
And so we're going to show him where that is. But they're speaking June 20th from 11 to 12:30, and then we're serving lunch, and then they are going to be around the museum. We also have, on June 27th, we have Chase to the Death. It's a talk on James Younger gang, which looks really exciting. I have a family reunion, so I don't know if I'm going to be around, but I would really like to listen to the program. And we also have that day, we have a carver from National Monument coming from Pipestone to demonstrate how they carve pipes and whatnot. So that'll be interesting.
You don't mess around with these programs, do you?
No.
They're all so interesting, and even if you're really not that much of a history buff, I think everyone can take away something from it.
Yes. Yep. Yeah. And we have Jay Grayman coming back in July, I believe, and I'm not sure on what topic that is, but Muriel Coulter does a lot for the programs.
We'll just call that a teaser for now.
Yes.
People can tentatively put it on their schedule. All right, John, it is trivia time. This is the most embarrassing time for our guests. And none of them think they're going to do very well, which is why I said that. So what I do is I have a number of categories. I have 5 questions per category. And we're going to see what you can do in your knowledge of movies, geography, and pop culture. You name your poison.
Geography.
Geography. Bold move. Okay, question number 1. What is the name of the tallest mountain in the world?
Kilimanjaro.
No, I'm sorry. That would be Mount Everest.
Oh, jeez.
Now, I'm going off the internet on these. I'm not smart enough to realize, to correct you. So I'm gonna take the internet's word for it that it is indeed Mount Everest, and that's cool. I get to learn stuff too.
Okay.
I wasn't that good in school. What is the name of the largest ocean in the world?
Indian.
Indian Ocean? Jeez.
I'm not doing good.
I think I'd have probably said that too. That's okay. That's the Pacific Ocean. What country has the most natural lakes?
United States.
Close. Canada.
Oh,
Close in geography.
okay.
Again, I would have probably went U.S. too. Another bigger or smaller. Question number 4. What is the world's largest desert?
Sahara.
There you go. You are not going to get skunked. And finally, what do you call smaller rivers that flow into another river?
Creek.
Creek? I don't know if I can give you that one. The formal word is tributaries.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Who was your geography teacher in high school?
Mr. Knutson.
Okay. Well, we can't share with him how poorly you did, unfortunately.
yeah.
But 1 out of 5 ain't bad. Like I said, you didn't get skunked. John, thank you so much for joining us. You are off the hot seat.
This week's podcast was brought to you by Cutting Edge Lawn Services. Whether you are looking for a spring cleanup or lawn maintenance all summer, Cutting Edge Lawn Services is here for you. One call does it all. Mowing, trimming, hedge trimming, and edging. Ben makes your lawn look great. Give him a call or text at 507-829-7235. Cutting Edge Lawn Services in Tracy and Marshall. Call today.